People are raising awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous people as they prepare for Red Dress Day. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel Ramsey. Tomorrow, May 5th, is Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women Day, also known as Red Dress Day. And people are bringing attention to violence that Native women and girls face throughout the country, including in Michigan. Taryn Simmons spoke to an Indigenous activist and is here for you now with how she's working on the front lines to protect Native people.
Each of these red dresses represents a missing or murdered Indigenous woman or person and how they're no longer connected to their community.
And red is the color in our teachings that is most recognizable by the spirit, those in the spirit realm who have walked on. And there's the awareness that we needed is that there's so much of a scourge in our communities of women and girls and people and other relatives who go missing.
Tribal citizen Nicole Kiwe Biber of the Little Traverse Bay Bands of Ottawa says she is focused on fighting for missing and murdered Indigenous women who she says have been wronged by corporations. She says oil companies play a big role in the loss of Indigenous people.
Often when there's pipelines going into communities or even work to expand them or move them, they come with something called man camps. And that puts women, Indigenous women in particular, in a very vulnerable space. There's not a lot of law enforcement looking out for our women. That's very much connected to those oil pipelines is why our people go missing.
Biber says companies employ out-of-town workers to work on projects in rural communities that are home to many Native people.
There's an encampment of Indigenous water protectors looking to stop that oil pipeline.
And adds there's a worry of sexual violence that comes with them.
They were found out that there was human trafficking that occurred with that, and then within a very small span of time there were breaches in the aquifer. People were taken and the water was damaged.
A study in the Northwestern University Law Review found these kinds of construction projects can make the problem of sexual violence in Indigenous communities drastically worse. According to the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, cases of missing and murdered Indigenous women are underreported, underinvestigated, and remain unsolved. And that's why Biber says Red Dress Day brings awareness and remembrance to the countless Native women who go missing without a trace. Here for you in Okemos, Taryn Simmons, 6 News.